Qatari anticipation regarding Luka Modric's situation. The future of Croatian midfielder. Luka Modric with Real Madrid remains uncertain as his contract with the club nears its end. Modric's contract with Real Madrid expires at the end of the current season, and the club's management has not clarified whether they will extend it for an additional season or allow him to leave. Luka Modric's future Spanish newspaper, Marca, reported that officials from the Qatari League are closely monitoring Luka Modric and are awaiting a decision on his future with Real Madrid. The Spanish report did not specify the name of the Qatari club interested in signing Modric, but it mentioned that officials in the Qatari League want to enhance its competition by signing the player who won the 2018 Ballon d'Or. For his part, Luka Modric is waiting for Real Madrid's decision on whether they will extend his contract for another season, as they did in 2024. However, continuing at the Santiago Bernabeu remains the Croatian international's top priority. First deal. Manchester United requests to sign Real Madrid star for €100 million. Reports have revealed that the officials at Manchester United, in coordination with their coach Ruben Amorim, are planning to make a major overhaul in the upcoming summer transfer window to rebuild the team, including a deal for one of Real Madrid's most important players. Manchester United plans to snatch Real Madrid star. The reports indicated that Manchester United's management has opened negotiations to sign top-tier players to help restore the club's prestige and return to winning titles. The website Fichajes mentioned that Manchester United is ready to spend a hefty sum of €100 million to bring Federico Valverde from Real Madrid. The site added, interestingly, while Manchester United's desire to strengthen its midfield is clear, convincing Real Madrid to part ways with one of its key players will be a tough task. It pointed out that Valverde has established himself as a cornerstone in Carlo Ancelotti's lineup, admired for his versatility, physical fitness, and ability to contribute both defensively and offensively. Valverde's stats. This season, the 26-year-old Valverde has participated in 46 matches across all competitions with Real Madrid, scoring 8 goals and providing 7 assists, indicating that his move to Manchester United would represent a significant upgrade. Real Madrid's position on selling Valverde. The reports stated that, for Real Madrid, it would be difficult to easily part with Valverde, especially since his contract with the club runs until 2029. Additionally, it is unlikely that Ancelotti would agree to sell such a pivotal player unless he received an astronomical offer that could not be refused. The report also mentioned that the offer Manchester United is preparing is set to reach €100 million to finalize the anticipated transfer. Waiting for Real Madrid, Ancelotti. The competition for the Spanish league title has become difficult for Real Madrid. Italian coach Carlo Ancelotti, the manager of Real Madrid, admitted that the competition for the Spanish league title this season has become very difficult after his team's loss on Saturday against Valencia. Real Madrid lost at home at the Santiago Bernabeu, 2-1 against Valencia. Real Madrid now trails by 3 points from the league leaders, Barcelona, who have the opportunity to extend the gap further in the race for the Spanish league title this evening when they host Real Betis at home. Ancelotti's confession. Ancelotti said in statements published by Spanish newspaper AS, "It has become very difficult to compete for the Spanish league title. We intend to continue fighting, and we still have some opportunities to win the title, but it has become much harder after the loss to Valencia." He added, "It's a tough season for Real Madrid in terms of penalties. Bellingham, Mbappe, and Vinicius have all missed." When asked about giving Kylian Mbappe the responsibility of taking penalties in future matches, Ancelotti replied, "We'll see about that." He continued, "We need to consider the small details like the missed penalty, the goal we conceded from a set piece, and the goal that was ruled out for us. All of these are small details that can change the course of the game. Valencia played a great game, but Real Madrid certainly deserved to win." He added, "You can criticize as much as you want, but I have the right to say what I see. We lost some games fairly, but today's loss was never deserved." He concluded, "We missed the chance to continue competing for the Spanish league, and the cup match against Barcelona will be different. They will attack more, and we will need to be better defensively and more effective offensively." So why weren't these tools used? Who decided that this situation didn't warrant a VAR intervention? And why did silence prevail in the VAR room, while millions in the stands and on screens witnessed a tackle that could have ended a player's season? He added with a tone full of implication. We are not accusing anyone, and we are not on a mission to judge intentions, but we are carrying out our responsibility with the utmost seriousness. Therefore, today, we announce the start of a thorough internal investigation, including reviewing the audio recordings between the referee and his assistants, analyzing the footage that was broadcasted, as well as the footage that wasn't, and we will call the refereeing team in for their statements. We will issue a detailed report in the coming days, emphasizing that we do not rule out taking any action, from written reprimands to temporary suspensions, or even permanent removal from officiating matches involving major teams, if we find that there has been a breach of professionalism or a lack of courage in making decisions. He continued, no refereeing system can survive in an atmosphere of public outrage and a lack of transparency. We are at a pivotal moment, and if we don't show firmness now, we are jeopardizing the future of the league, the trust of the fans, and the VAR project itself, which the Federation has invested millions into to improve the game, not to turn it into a silent decoration in matches decided by hesitant decisions. He concluded the statement with these resounding words. Everyone must understand, silence will no longer be interpreted as collusion, nor will neglect be seen as weakness. The refereeing committee has decided to open the files, to examine them with a scrutinizing eye, not an indifferent one, and to put the dots on the I's. We will not wait until the issue reaches the international press, and we will not allow our matches to become a laughingstock on European analysis screens. Sporting justice is not an option, it is a condition for the survival of the game. A surprise from the head of the Spanish refereeing committee to Real Madrid after the Valencia match. In light of what was witnessed in the recent match between Real Madrid and Valencia at Santiago Bernabeu, regarding the controversial refereeing decisions that sparked much debate, questions, and dissatisfaction, we in the refereeing committee of the Spanish Football Federation feel it is our duty to break our usual silence and provide a comprehensive explanation. This goes beyond justifying decisions to a deeper institutional review and a genuine intent to correct and improve, especially since we are not dealing with an isolated case or a routine judgment error, but with a blatant incident that has caught the attention of everyone involved in football, both in Spain and abroad. He added, we, like other observers, followed the situation that occurred in the minute of the half, when Valencia's forward, Omar Sadiq, made an excessive and direct tackle on the ankle of Real Madrid's midfielder, Federico Valverde. The tackle combined recklessness, danger, and continued pressure at a moment when the ball had already gone elsewhere, making it an unsporting challenge that went beyond legitimate competition and entered the realm of violent conduct as clearly outlined in the laws of the game. The footage clearly showed that the player's foot was raised and collided with the other player's ankle at an angle that confirmed there was no attempt to play the ball. Instead, it indicated clear physical intent, which should have been met with a direct red card without any hesitation. Unfortunately, what happened was a complete disregard from the main referee, Juan Martinez Cuadra Fernandez, and no intervention from video assistant referee, VAR, Favaro Figueroa Vasquez, despite the replay being as clear as daylight on a summer day in Barcelona. The head of the committee continued, his voice tinged with suppressed anger. Our ethical and institutional responsibility obliges us not to overlook this incident, not only because the refereeing mistake is clear, but also because we are facing an unacceptable accumulation of similar cases in recent weeks, which have started to threaten the integrity of the competition and create an atmosphere of suspicion and doubt among followers about how the VAR system works, consistency in applying the laws, and the courage to make decisions when the ball is in sensitive areas and involves major teams. He then continued with a sharper tone. Some may say that the referee saw the situation from a different angle, or that the replay was insufficient, or that the play was too fast and difficult to judge. But we say, none of this is justified in the era of technology and clarity. We live in the age of VAR, slow-motion replays, dozens of cameras,